Hi, my name is Lynsey Price. I am a community nursery nurse with Paris Health Visitors, and I've done a little short video for you today around parenting and getting the most out of your relationship with your child, and managing some of these things that might occur at home, and the things that you can do that you might find useful around that. So at the moment everything's quite dysfunctional, and everybody's a bit uncertain, so one of the important things is that you still continue and build on a routine for your child. So routines are structures to your day, so it's a sequence of activities and things that you do in a similar order each day. So having those routines in place at home will support your child's feelings of security and safety. It's going to help them be able to predict what's coming next, and then that just frees them up to concentrate on their growing and their playing and their learning, which is what children need to be doing. So children need routines and they need boundaries at home, so that they know what to expect, they know what's appropriate behaviour and what your expectations are. So routines, they could be around your bedtime and meal times, who's looking after them. Having adequate sleep is really important for you and your child. So having that consistent bedtime, trying not to let that slip at this time. So it's quite easy for bedtimes to get later and later, but actually it's really important for your child to be getting adequate sleep, so, and having a routine bedtime. And actually that's good for you as well, because then you know that there's going to come a time that you're going to get a bit of time to yourself too. So bedtime and getting up time as well. So you know, it can be easy to let our child sleep in if they're carrying on sleeping, just to leave them be, but actually having a set get up time is just as important as it is going to bedtime. So trying to establish that as well, and that's really going to support your child's emotional well-being and their behaviour too. So being consistent, giving clear, simple messages to your child about what you expect from them, that's really important. And it's important that they're the same every day. So trying to have the same rules and the same boundaries every day, and with both parents as well, and any other caregivers, so that your child can really understand and have that clear, consistent message from everybody. So it's also important to think about your child's ability and their age as well, and that those boundaries and those rules are suitable for your child's age and ability. Okay, so secondly, praise is really important. So trying not to focus too much on the negative behaviour, because then that's giving attention to that behaviour, which we don't want to see too much of. So if you're using praise, then that's a really good way of showing your child what you're happy with and what you want them to keep doing. So rather than constantly telling them what you don't want them to do, we need them to understand what you do want them to do. And the only way you're going to do that is, and the only way they're going to understand that is by giving them lots of praise and encouragement, so that they recognise what you're happy with. So make lots of time for this. So catching them being good. So praise, being quite specific with it as well. So all the little things that you see them doing, if they're using their manners, if they put a toy back in the right box, if they were kind and gentle, or they asked you if you were okay. It's something small that you can praise and show them that you're happy about. So for example, it might be, thank you for helping mummy put the toys away. So being really specific is quite important with your praise as well. So rather than just saying well done or good girl, good boy, then it's quite important to actually specify exactly what you're happy with. So if it is something like you put your pajamas on quickly, then it's important that you actually say those words too. So try not to be too vague with what you're saying, so that they truly understand what you're happy about. Okay, so the next thing we need to think about is time for playing and talking and listening. So we all lead quite busy lives, and actually we're quite distracted at the moment as well. So it's making time where we're turning the news off and we're giving our attention to our children is quite important. So making time in your day for playing and talking and listening to your child as well. So giving them that attention and taking an interest in what they're doing and what they've got to say really supports a positive relationship with them. And it helps you stay in tune with each other as well, so you've got a really good understanding of your child, so that you can recognise when something isn't quite right. If they're not happy about something, then if you're able to understand your child a bit better, then you're going to be quite in tune with them and understand. And you getting to know them, knowing what their interests are, knowing what their personality is, knowing what they might find challenging and what they might find worrying, another child might find easy. So getting to know your child is really important, and by playing and talking and taking time out of your day to spend time with them where the telly's off and you haven't got any other distractions is really important. And equally, when you're sort of reconnecting with each other, so if you're still going to work, or you've happened to have been out of the home or been away from them for a little while, then just taking a few minutes together just to reconnect and having those key opportunities with them. So making time for love and affection with your child is really important, and that will help support their emotional well-being and their brain development. So you're helping them make sense of the world, so you're their safe place, and they need to know that you're emotionally available to them, so that you can then support them with managing their own emotions and regulating themselves. So make time for both of you to be relaxed and have lots of coochies together, reading stories, and just generally having that time and where you're snuggling in, having that cuddle is really important, and that's supporting their brain development and their emotional regulation, their behaviour and their physical health too. So modelling for your child is really important. So from the time that your baby is born, they look to you for you to show them the way. So children model and they imitate the behaviours that they see the most. So it's really important that you're a good role model yourself and that you're modelling the behaviours that you want to see your child do. So by staying calm and managing conflicts and challenges that you may have in a calm way will go a long way to helping your child stay calm and be resilient, be able to adapt to changing situations really well. So it's about you modelling the behaviours you want to see. So being kind to others, there's a lot of kindness going on around at the moment, and that's a really good demonstration for our children of how to be with each other. When we're forming relationships, they're modelling that too. So being kind, caring towards other people and showing your child how to be a nice, kind person. So parenting can be the most wonderful and fulfilling experience that we can have, but actually it can also be quite stressful and quite challenging at times too. So it's important that you take time to relax and you reflect on how you're feeling as well, and how you're managing your stress, and trying to sort of adapt things so that you're reducing that stress for yourself and you're managing that in a positive way. So try not to be too critical on yourself. Let things go. If you've behaved in a way that you feel a little bit guilty about, that's okay to learn from that, and our children need to see that we can make mistakes, but we move on and we learn from that and we just change it the next time. So most people have times where they feel negative about their parent, but it's okay for us not to get it right all of the time. And as I say, learning from that and moving on from it is really important for not just us, but our children too. And just keeping in mind that trying to provide a really safe, stable environment for our child, controlling who comes in and out of the home, and having that stable, familiar expectation of our child and those routines embedded in is really important, so that your child can thrive and grow, and you'll enjoy having that successful parenting and building those strong, nurturing relationships. So I hope that's been helpful, and hope you've got some information out of there that's good. Okay, thanks then. Bye.